All right, so it's 3:40. I'm on my way with the hockey bag with nothing in it to pick up stuff I need to do to teach tomorrow. And it's snowing. Well, I'm finally starting to understand the, get everything out of your head type thing. The more I'm listening to David Allen on different podcasts and whatever, I understand he's talking about the low-level anxiety that you feel about having to do stuff. And I'm like, the more I do, the more I set things up, the less I feel, which is good. Okay, now I'm like, did I not put a knapsack on me? Now the anxiety is back. You see, I'm noticing when the anxiety comes back. What did I do that I sat down, I had this, I didn't have any bag to take off my head, right? But now I'm questioning myself because I always take my knapsack with me, but logically there was no way I had a knapsack on. I wouldn't be able to carry the bag like this, and I didn't have any time to take it off. But the thing is, I packed it, and then I must have left without it. I didn't leave it upstairs because I just got up and went. Maybe I left it in the metro if I took the bag off me but where? I didn't do it. All my concentration was on this bag. That doesn't make any sense, but hopefully I'll get home. And if there's no bag there, I'm gonna have to go. And okay, I don't have a bag. My bujo's in it, that's fine. I'll have to go over my dates again. And, yep. It's because this is out of the ordinary, what I just did, coming for 5 minutes and coming back home. See, now it's on my mind. The anxiety's on my mind. I was good, I was just saying I was good, and now I'm not good. See? It would really suck if I didn't have my bag at home. It would really suck having to get all my dates over again. Figure everything out, I'd have to call everybody because I don't have a copy of it. What to do. I once tried to make a copy, remember? Because I had, you don't remember, I remember. Because I had lost my bujo. Because I was paying attention to some guy and then I left my bag somewhere and then probably homeless people got at it. So I had to start from scratch. I've done this in the past, but once, way back, I'd lost info on a handheld like this. So another stroke of luck, not a fuck buddy from a long time ago. It's in the subway right next to me. Crazy. This one who has a child with you know the type. But the urge to go to the gay part of town is high, alone. That's a good family man. Well, I don't think he has a family. Well, he is. Anyways. I kind of like this angle. Having it down as opposed to up. Well, I don't know, because I get the backdrop, you know what I mean? Let's hope I can, let's hope my bag is on the floor somewhere. But the anxiety leading up to it, I guess that's my new mission. Noticing when I'm anxious. I've done that a lot of my videos, noticing my anxiety, but I had a way to deal with it these past couple of days because of the David Allen, and me trying to just, do my routines and all that. But listening to David Allen just reaffirmed the reason to just note it all down and forget about it. Not necessarily forgetting about it, but constantly reviewing your stuff. So I found I got a lot of stuff done, and I was able to focus on, grooming myself. I also forgot my change purse, so I wrote a note about that. And when I got home, it was on the stove. So that's kind of how I am, and I kind of realized that. Like one of the women I work with gave me these like little cleats for the snowstorms, and then I forgot at the place we were working, but I knew it that I forgot it there, because that's how I am, I'm able to backtrack. But here I'm thinking about it logically, but I'm not 100% sure. But it doesn't make sense that I brought my knapsack with me. I remember packing it. Is that my mind trying to keep me in the identity of someone who's anxious all the time? Right? Don't know what this means, but we're gonna find out in about a minute. Lots of snow, by the way. And I don't know what I'll do if I don't have it. But I can't stop everything. I gotta just continue with my day. I guess that's the learning lesson. Where it doesn't stop because of that. But I need to find a way to have a second bujo. Maybe scan pictures. Could that be a way? Every day when I have a page, just take pictures of it so I have at least something to backtrack, Take pictures of the calendar. Because it's not in my Google Calendar. I only transfer it when the day happens. So I have everything from today past, but I don't have anything for the next couple of months, which I booked. Yeah, this needs to be solved. I guess that's the thing. Look at that. I look like I'm in space or something. Well, folks, there it is. Hidden. Heavy. I can now stop worrying. Oh, God. But the habit to take... I had that problem with... Well, recently my Red Book, that got wet. And so, that was my only written number of the cash transactions I'm doing. It dried up okay, but now because of that, I put that in a Ziploc. That happened to another Bujo a year or two ago. I scanned half of it. It was like a 500-page Bujo. What was a former Agenda on special. I used it as a Bujo. It was a moleskin. And I had a problem with, I mentioned losing another Bujo. I got another one to have for home, but that didn't work as an idea. So I need to find an idea that works. The main part is okay. I'm already tracking my workouts. When I'm at the gym, I have been diligent the past month putting it into my notes, especially when I do PRs, right? Or an alternative sequence that is on the tired day, So that stops me from having to copy the whole Bujo into it, which I don't need to. So that's good, and that's a habit. But I guess I could scan the calendar part, The rest of the pages I don't know with other information. Maybe scan it when I'm there, because when I'm at the gym, I do my video editing and uploading at the gym. I do the transfer from my Bujo to the notes section of my PRs of my day's workout. And maybe I could do a couple of pages of scanning at the time. I haven't figured out, and I need to figure out my studying for teaching the class I'm going to be teaching in December. I photocopied this stuff, I printed out some of the stuff, but I haven't looked at it. I'm doing so much of getting things done, I'm not getting that done. and and my finances and my paying my all that crap. All right, well, that took all of 1 minute. I thought I was gonna bring other things. It was just books and certificates. I'm like, oh, okay. It's heavy, carrying on my shoulder. And I was like, should I go get groceries? Nah. Going to wash my hair, take a shower, maybe clean the floor. It's 2:15 a.m. Monday the 10th of November 2025. I have an alarm set for going to the bank. I did the e-transfer for another payment. Gotta take out some money. Then I'm off to the gym. I would have liked to have left earlier. It was kind of a weird morning. But rest in the reassurance from, David Allen videos. I'm not the only one doing this, you get up, you do as much as you can, get everything out of the way, get a clear mind, which is what I did, even though I wasn't able to get into my emails, except for the e-transfer. Just, what he called, he didn't call it emergency management, he called it, he may have called it putting out fires, like just go quickly over the email, just to go over the things I need to cover right now, because I don't have time for anything deep, I didn't do anything from cleaning my hard drive. I didn't have time, because I had to, not even transferring from my Redbook to the Excel, I had to do a bill for someone. I had to finish filling out the admin work for a class I taught a few days ago. Laundry, I took out a shirt. I didn't clean armpits yet. I forget now because it's out of my mind, but I did things that I need to catch up on quickly, including doing this e-transfer. So, yeah. Oh yeah, and I began with the admin work for one of the, putting away the exams and all that stuff from a class I taught. Was it yesterday or 2 days ago? Set that up. So I did quite a bit of things, but I didn't get to what I was supposed to do, But that's the way it is. Just get the stuff out of my mind and then have a clear mind thereon. So I'm going to the gym and I'm going to focus on the gym. When I get back, I'll do some other things, but also pack and cook food and go teach. I might be able to leave at 6:30, maybe even 7. We'll see. I teach at 8:30. It takes about an hour to get there, so I don't know. So yesterday, I just noticed yesterday's steps. I only did 6,000 because I wasn't working. It was my day off. I went to the gym. I went to the metro to meet for the books, but there was no walking involved. Much walking. So that sucks. And I completely forgot about it because I was focusing on everything else. Oh well. But I did run at the gym yesterday, so my cardio was good. It's better that than 0 steps. But it's weird, the days I don't keep track, that's what happens. I didn't do any grocery shopping, so I didn't have any more steps there, and yeah. Well, so it's when is it? So it's 4:36 a.m. Finished the gym. It's still snowing. I'm gonna go home, minoxidil the hair, oil the hair, minoxidil the hair. Do all my chores. I'm gonna eat before leaving because, yeah. Okay, so it's 7:50 a.m. I'm at the high school, elementary school, I'm not sure, private school, to give a course for youngsters, I guess to do babysitting. I guess that's how you translate it in English. It's at 8:30, so no one's here. Finally, well, one person came in, got me in. I left later. I left around 7. Went the longer route. Yeah. I should take another caffeine. So again, I didn't get everything I needed to get done or wanted to get done because there were so many things that popped up. Well, hopefully when I get home I could do a little bit, you know. But I was listening to David Allen videos. It's all about that, you know. How you're gonna prioritize something? What can you? It's pretty much the same thing I'm living. I like it more that it's realistic, you know. All right, metro's coming. We waited like over an hour for the bus, and I was walking one way, hoping that we'd catch the other buses that kept coming by, which was another number and another stop. But no, I sprinted back, still waited, finally came. Welcome to Strikeville. Strike. All right, it's 2:27 a.m. Got myself out. So when I got up and I was beginning, the time seemed to go by at a normal pace, and then it seemed like I didn't have much time left, and now I'm out pretty late considering. And it's snowing a lot. Well, whatever. It's cold. I need to find gloves before Saturday. Whatever I have. Or if I can buy them, I don't know. I'm really out of it, but I'm managing. I guess you can call this the make it or break it time, because this is usually a time where I say fuck it and I stop doing all the stuff I was doing and I just go into survival mode and then I never catch up, right? Past few days I haven't been able to do the cleaning I want to, do the computer work I want to, you know what I mean? That I had built into my routine. Watching the David Allen Getting Things Done videos, because there's a lot, because he's been doing it for a while and was on a few other YouTube channels talking and finding the information within all the clutter. Combining that with, I don't even remember now because my mind's blank. You know, where I saw recently how quickly you get back on the wagon, you know what I mean? What David was talking about, some days you just have to do the bare minimum, you know? But, yeah, so when I got up, took out some underwear from the laundry, folded it, put it away, flossed and brushed my teeth. I brought my teeth stuff with me to floss again, because I have a couple of parts of my gums which I have to focus on. There's like no one out here, by the way. Oh, one person down there and one person over there. But this is great. Anyways, then did from the class I taught on Friday, still have to fill out the form. So I do a little bit at a time just to keep it moving. It just takes about 5 minutes, although the 5 minutes are long. So I keep that up. I couldn't do my shirts, you know. Went to the bathroom because I had to, because I ate last night before going to bed. And then had to focus on the computer. That's where, you know, but to do the list from yesterday's class, to keep up on that, and then write in my notes the next step, which includes trimming the chin part of my beard, filling out the form one more time from the class on Friday. That is one last step. And trying to do the bill for today's class. So that's what I have to do when I get home. So it's really specific. I have no time for anything else type thing, you know? Well, you know, I gotta pack my bag, make my food, but that's not on the list anymore. That's kind of automatic. So that means I have no time to clean up the desktop on my laptop. I have no time to go through my emails to clean them up and search for that past email. I have no time to clean up the weights that are on the floor, to put them away. I have no time to go through the gloves that are soaking in the bleach solution. You know what I mean? But today's a smaller class, so we'll see who comes. Might finish early. Won't really finish that early because we're in a strike, so I have to, you know, stay there if we do finish early, but it won't be a very stressful class. And I could possibly do groceries afterwards. And tomorrow I have that same class with the nurses, so I start later, even though I'll be waking up at 1 to go to the gym. But you know what I mean? I'll have some time just to continue with the chores, keep it moving like it was before. That's the goal. And then the day after, I have the day after I have at 9 a.m. my nurse's appointment, you know, and that's it. And I have to check emails because I confirmed another date in December, which is downtown and a small appointment. And I'm realizing now that it's good for me in this chaotic times to have these small appointments booked in, and then when all the other shit comes around, I can refuse it because I won't take anything else on that day. So that helps me with having some space booked into my schedule so that I'm not doing full days all the time. You know what I mean? Because I'm working 7 days a week, but if I work full days a week, if the days were full days, I would go even more crazy. You know what I mean? So those short days have to be baked into my schedule to make this work better. So I'm not lagging behind like I am now. You know? My fingertips are starting to get cold, so I don't care about the copyright now. I just need to talk. It's like, I think that got to me also is that in the Saturday class I taught, I had left in an orderly fashion, you know, bandages and tourniquets to be used. Like when people leave it on the trolley, I don't mind that because then I could just kind of take it. I know it's not all over the place. But I get this email from the person, this text from the person who is assigned to keep that room in order now. And I worked with her once, and yes, she's mentally unstable. And she writes emails and messages like she's 6, but she's 60-something, right? And I already knew to kind of stay away because it's unstable. But sorry, I got carried away and then the minute ran out. But anyways, so she sent me this message followed by laughter signs, but it didn't sound good. Like she doesn't know how to send a text. She says, "What is this fucking explosion of bandages that are undone and these tourniquets? It was only you and the owner who was working this weekend." So I answered it was me, but the bandages were okay. And then she responds with laughter and all that. I'm like, this bitch is crazy, you know what I mean? So I have to remain calm, but I have to like stay away from this bitch. That kind of did it for me. So, yeah. But it's just sad that it's hard to get close to people. People who come into this industry are more mentally unstable than I am. You know what I mean? It's more difficult for me to find someone who's of good sound mind. But I guess you don't you work for yourself if you're sound mind, I guess. People come into this industry because of trauma, you know. She was a nurse practitioner. Already a lot of nurses won't get there. Not all of them, but a lot. But yeah, it got me angry. It was completely disrespect, but obviously she did a lot of work, and she obviously felt that was disrespectful for me to just leave the things on the trolley and whatever. I'm going to go teach there again anyways. So my answer to this and my solution is to put everything back in order, because she does do a good job. But other than that, fuck that bitch, you know what I mean? I guess it's the same thing with like, I don't know, these social media apps, Facebook, in the sense that it was good initially, you know what I mean? But don't get to know the owner. Don't get to know the owner of like iPhone is pretty cool, but Steve Jobs was a piece of shit, and I think R.I.P. and good riddance, you know, type thing. It's the people who create these things that are pieces of shit, you know what I mean? I guess you gotta kind of be a piece of shit to do something like that. Yeah, love the actor, love the movies the actors are in, but don't get to know your idols, you know? Don't get to know people because they're pieces of shit.